this is Ken Pozek with the Pozek Group here in Orlando, Florida, and today I'm doing interviews with our team members so that you guys can get to know who you're going to be working with. So today I'm with Brianna Sawyer. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Michigan.
No kidding, what part?
Yeah, I'm from the Thumb.
What's so like when people are like Michigan?
I'm from there.
From the Thumb, all right, perfect. And what brought you to Orlando?
So I moved to Florida when I was 13 and I went to high school over on the Gulf Coast. Yep. And then I came to Orlando to go to UCF.
Awesome, cool. What did you study at UCF?
I studied administration and management.
Awesome, very cool. What's one of your favorite things about being in real estate?
My favorite thing about being in real estate is that it's a profession that gives me a sense of purpose. So I think that everyone can agree that it really is a blessing if you can get up every day and feel like what you do matters.
Yeah.
So, and we're putting people into homes.
It's huge. They spend their whole life right there. I mean, right? How much time you spend in a house, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a really big deal. And there's actually a study that the National Association of Realtors did about the social benefits of homeownership. And that study really inspires me because not only does homeownership help people build wealth, but it's also improving their health, the education levels of their children. It reduces crime in communities, and communities with higher levels of homeownership are better maintained. So that's one of my favorite big things about real estate.
I love that. That's a great answer. Jeez. So Brianna, what do you think you bring to the real estate transaction?
Well, I really love to do research.
Okay.
So I really pride myself on being an expert in the communities that I specialize in as far as what's coming to the neighborhood, new developments, changes with HOAs and school districts. And I also really like to keep up on what's happening with real estate contracts and negotiations and financing and the housing markets, of course. And speaking of research, I recently re-enrolled at the University of Central Florida to study for a Master's of Science in Real Estate.
Wow.
And the reason that I did that is because not only do I work with home buyers and sellers of their primary residences, but I work with a lot of investors and I work with people who are coming to Florida to buy a second home or a vacation home near Disney. And typically their questions have to do with overall real estate trends. So what I'm learning at UCF about real estate analysis can really help me answer their questions.
That's awesome. So people with doing like short-term rentals or long-term investments, either way, you feel really comfortable with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. What are some mistakes people are making in today's market, both buyers and sellers?
Yeah, so what I see with buyers is one of the things that they want to do is wait to see if the market will go down. So I can completely understand that sentiment and why they think that would be a good strategy, but often what we see is that's going to hurt them a lot more than help them. So one interesting fact is the housing price index. For the state of Florida, on average, housing prices have risen 7% a year over year for the past 28 years.
Wow.
So yeah, even though real estate is cyclical, it's generally trending up.
Sure.
So another thing that people are really talking about right now are interest rates. So our interest rates are so low. So even though prices have risen from last year, we're seeing monthly payments lower this year.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So they can actually buy a more expensive house for less per month typically.
Exactly.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another reason that I see people waiting is because they get into the market and then they get discouraged because it's pretty competitive right now. So what I would say to them is remember why you got into the market. Keep your eyes on that prize of whether it was buying your first home, upsizing or downsizing, or if you wanted to buy that second home for your whole family to come to for holidays. Yeah. So keep your eye on that and then hire a realtor who's experienced in negotiations.
That's a huge part right there.
Yeah.
So if somebody does want to hire you, how can they get a hold of you?
They can call me.
Yeah, what's your phone number?
My number is 407-289-9271, and my email is brianna@pozekgroup.com.
Awesome, thanks for doing this with me.
Yeah, of course, thanks.